Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another re-review from my previous channel, a cable classic, Black Venus. Let's check it out.
Well, her fame went far beyond
We start off in a brothel in Paris.
Lily was truly world-renowned.
That guy on the right is Jacques.
She greeted me as an old friend.
She entertains Jacques by letting him peep at
a typical
various girls
in the south of the American states.
And their customers. And all the various scenarios they have played out in there. Can't show you a ton of this. Let me see a flashback.
I know very little about her.
I thought she came with you. I saw you dancing together a while ago.
She's danced with half the city tonight.
Anyway, Venus is attached to this guy named Armand. He's a
We
sculptor.
were just talking about you, my dear.
Nicely, I hope.
Venus, I want you to meet a very good friend of mine, Armand.
Or she will be attached shortly, put it that way.
One of the
Anyway, he takes her home.
I suppose you're going to say that you want to paint me.
No. However, if you'd allow it, I'd like to do a statue of you.
It sounds exciting.
He poses for her and they quickly become a couple. She poses in the nude. This is their landlord. Financially, they're not doing well.
That would be an account of what is owed to me.
He wants to take it out and trade, if you get my meaning. She thinks she can make some money modeling, though. He's not exactly for it, but
This evening.
they do need money.
And forget the exotic bird.
But Armand thinks she's prostituting herself, and you can't deal with that. She continues to model, though.
Happy with your boyfriend?
I am, madame.
If ever you become unhappy, I'd like to know it. My husband is often away for months at a time.
That's Marie,
I have a large house in the center of Paris.
the actress Karen
And
Schubert.
often I pleasant surprise.
So Marie wants to hire her as her
You told
companion.
me to come and see you if I were unhappy. Well, I am.
Oh, you poor little thing. Here, give me your wrap.
But I didn't bring any clothes.
Things escalate very fast.
Why are you so nice to me?
Oh, Venus, darling. Don't you understand? I've fallen in love with you.
You can figure out what happens next. I think this is Marie's husband here.
What a surprise to see you here tonight, Pierre.
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is a surprise to everybody.
You know, Venus, of course.
Why, of course.
Because she's such a good friend of your wife.
Later on at that same party, she meets Louise. I think she likes the ladies, too. Venus has now left Armand, but Armand has made a statue.
tremendous. It's the best thing you've ever done in your life. I want to buy it. Tell me the price.
The piece is not for sale.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm sure you don't have a cent.
Jacques lives a lecherous life, and I think he says here, let's
She's
have
watching
fuck.
you. Why don't you make her jealous? Come on. Let's have fun.
Armand simply refuses to sell the statue of Venus.
I manage.
You know, you could make a lot of money.
A lot of money?
Yes,
But how?
in a house, a first-class house.
I'm not sure I want to sell myself.
So she does go to this brothel, and she and her friends, and the other ladies there, basically put on a strip show. Who knows where that will lead from there.
You have both selected the same dish.
As a guest, I claim diplomatic privilege.
As a minister of the French government, I claim superior rank.
You both have a point, and as there are always two sides to a question, Venus must do her best to satisfy the two of you.
In that case, I claim priority.
Jacques goes to visit.
What do you want?
Just to talk.
I'm listening.
Have you heard from Armand?
Why should I? He doesn't know where I am.
He hasn't forgotten you. He's finished the statue. Perfect likeness. It's all he has left.
Armand gets real sick, and
Very well.
Jacques
I
goes
can't pay for all this.
to try to take the statue.
There's 5,000 francs here. Enough to keep you for at least 5 or 6 months.
No!
And he's going to take the
I
statue as
don't
payment.
want anything!
So pretty much against his will, the statue leaves. He also basically buys Venus and her friend as well. And they're more than happy to go. The sickly Armand wakes up, finds his statue gone.
No!
The girls frolic about in Spain with Jacques, enjoying their new life. But somebody's watching them.
Look there! I don't see anything. There was a man. Another admirer, but an invisible one.
But it was a man. Armand has found them.
It wasn't my imagination. It was you who was following us.
I came to get what belongs to.
I want everything that's mine.
Don't be an idiot. The servants are armed.
So am I.
The collector protecting all the treasures he stole. Well, here's one that you won't have any longer.
Why? Why did you do it?
Take good care of her.
Did he say anything about me before he died?
Yes. He said, take good care of her.
But he must have thought I was dead.
All right, let's talk about this movie called Black Venus. It's an old cable movie. Some people would call it a Cinemax movie. I think I originally saw this on like HBO or something, but very similar type thing. Late night cable thing, 80s classic. It was on quite a bit back in the day, late at night, and it's filled with nudity. So Josephine Jacqueline Jones. She was allegedly Miss Bahamas 1979. I didn't look that up, but I'm sure it's true. She starred in this movie. I think this was her first film. She ended up doing 4 films in total, 3 of which I have. The 4th one I do not have. And what's become of her since, I have no idea. She made 4 films in the 80s, between like 1983 and 87, and then just disappeared. I tried to find some information about her. Couldn't find anything. No clue. So maybe she's back in the Bahamas. Maybe she's married. Maybe she's a different name. I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't find her. But anyway, the movie itself. So it takes place in France, I believe, Paris. It's a period piece, so maybe the early 1900s. I'm not sure. But anyway, this woman, this lovely lady, Josephine Jacqueline Jones, she plays Venus. And she ends up hooking up with this guy named Armand, who's like this sculptor, and he decides he's going to sculpt her, make a sculpture of her, basically. You know, she poses for him nude, that sort of thing. They're a couple as well. But then he's not making any money as a sculptor, so the landlord's threatening to kick him out. So she decides, well, I can go make money modeling. So she goes and does that one day. Armand gets jealous because he thinks that she's selling herself, like prostituting herself, And he basically kicks her out. So she says, well, screw that then. I'm going to go hook up with this local brothel, and I'm going to sell myself and make money. That's what she does. Well, she catches the eye of this other guy named Jacques, this older guy who essentially basically buys her off at one point, and she goes to live with him. And then he ends up buying this other friend of hers, and then the two of them are always frolicking around. So he's living with these two lovely ladies, much younger than him. And he runs into Armand at one point, and he sees this sculpture that he's making, and he loves it. He falls in love with it. He needs to have it. But Armand refuses to sell. And Armand gets sick. He's broke. Eventually, Jacques is able to get the statue from him. When he wakes from his sickness, he's depressed that it's gone, but nothing he can do about it. He basically gets sicker and sicker. He doesn't actually die, though. But then, so back at this big fancy villa where Jacques lives with the two ladies, Venus and the other chick, Louise, I think was her name, they're just having a grand old time living. And then one night, Armand shows up, and he wants everything back. He's like, I want to take back what's mine. He's referring to not only Venus, but the statue of Venus that he has is now complete. He wants them all, and Venus talks to him and says, no, that's not going to happen. Then he pulls out a gun and shoots her. And then as she's dying there, he shoots himself as well. And as he's dying, he says, take care of her. And then Jacques comes running up to check on Venus, and she looks like she's probably going to die as well. And she's like, did he say anything? And they're like, yeah, he said, take care of her. And she's like, well, he thought I was dead. So obviously he's referring to the statue when he says, take care of her. And that's how our movie ends. So anyway, that is Black Venus. Again, this film exists for one purpose only. That's to show off the lovely bodies of Josephine Jacqueline Jones and several other ladies as well. That's pretty much it. There is an awful lot of nudity in this movie. I have this video put up by Playboy here, Playboy Cinema. I don't know. Most of the DVDs out there are from a different company to put this out. I don't know if this is uncut or if the other one is uncut. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, if you're looking for titillation and a lot of nudity, you can't go wrong here. There's tons of full frontal nudity from these ladies, and they look great. But that's about the only reason to watch something like this. The rest of the film is actually a little slow, to be honest with you. But whatever. We don't watch it for that. Check it out. Leave some comments and know what you think about it. It's called Black Venus. Watch it. Bye. Cable Classic.